Welcome to Coffee Hour number 2. So before I make this video, I'm first gonna apologize because this will sound exactly like it's gonna sound, which will be like victim blaming. I am in no way, shape, or form trying to do victim blaming, but I am opening your eyes to why this shit does kinda happen. Alright? So y'all can take this with a grain of salt, or you can take it for what it is. And it will definitely sound like victim blaming. And you can call it victim blaming if you want. But is it though? Because you can't always fix stupid. My drill sergeants and them had to say, when I was in Bravo, things was done differently than when I was in Delta. When I was in Delta, you would not be surprised at how many times in my first week that my drill sergeants, and they were the best drill sergeants I ever had, mind you. You know how many times my drill sergeants told me to unfuck myself. Alright? And I fucked up my first week in Delta because Delta was not Bravo. The first damn shit that I learned in Bravo. So in 4th Platoon, the Outlaws, I learned a lot of shit. What I didn't learn was that all military protocols in every platoon is motherfucking different. Every company is different. And whatever company you are blessed to be in, learn the fucking ropes, get the shit right, and try not to fuck up. I didn't fuck up that much in Bravo. I fucked up a lot in Delta, but I found my motherfucking home in Delta. I found good friends and family in Bravo, don't get me wrong. But I found my motherfucking home and really, really brave and good friends and family in Delta Company. So first shout out to my Delta Company drill sergeants. Drill Sergeant Haynes for believing in me. Drill Sergeant Bird for laughing at me with the fire ants. Drill Sergeant Amisqua, the one that I kept calling Aztec Warrior. All three of these gentlemen, best men I ever met in my life. Best men. And Drill Sergeant Farisco, the captain, the leader of the whole company for Delta Company. In Delta Company, I was a death dealer. So I pretty much learned things a little bit differently than I did in Bravo. The one thing I didn't learn was we tie our canteens to our outer covering. I can't remember if it's the mick or the flick, so that's why I said the outer covering. So if anybody's a vet, they'll be watching. Thank you. Anyway, those three drill sergeants and the captain and the other captain, the one who shot with me on my last day when I didn't qualify on my rifle, they were four of the best men I ever met in my life. I was older than all of them, but they were four of the best men that I ever met in my life. I miss them, I love them, and I hope that they're safe. We're going to leave it at that. Yes, I said I love men. Those four men. Outside of my fathers, I've never loved men, and I don't love them in that way. I love them in that family way that I would die for these motherfuckers, the way they taught me to. Anyway, there is a law that you can unfuck yourself, but you can't fix stupidity. I would go as far to say is, you can unfuck yourself, and you probably can fix stupidity. It just depends on the individual and how stupid their stupidity actually is. Alright? And I say that respectfully because here's that thing. If I'm being bullied, if I'm being picked on, if I'm being harassed, if somebody is doing some shit to make me come out of my bag, if my dad used to say, or make me lose my shit, I don't need to go nowhere near, around, or with them anywhere. And for those who do, this is why I said, if anything happens to you, you have yourself to blame. Alright? So again, it sounds like victim blaming, but it's actually a fucking fact. If you are insane enough to go with that guy in high school that bullied the shit out of you for no reason whatsoever other than the fact that, oh, we just don't like you, you know, and then you don't come home from that camping trip or that hunting trip, you kind of did that shit to yourself. Because you should not have went with that bastard knowing full fucking well that he never liked you in high school. Yeah, people can change. But the question is, do they change? I don't trust any of my high school bullies. Not a motherfucking one of them. And even if they got kids now, I still don't trust them. And I would never trust them. Would I save them? If I was still enlisted in the army, I'd save them because it's my fucking job. But if it was me watching my bully on the street getting beat up, I would probably just see the motherfucker probably deserved it. He probably just bullied a motherfucker that couldn't take the shit no more. Now, I probably would step in if the motherfucker was getting shot or something. Because I do still believe in honoring my oath to the Army National Guard. I do still believe in that oath. I took that oath with my whole heart and soul because when I joined the Army to die. I didn't join the Army to be a hero. I didn't join the Army to do nothing else but unalive myself because that was the easy way out. The hardest part of being a human being is fighting to live your life to the end of it. I joined the Army because I was a coward and I wanted to die. But I'm going to tell you what, it was the greatest decision I ever made because I found motherfuckers in that motherfucking Army, Bravo and Delta, that gave a fuck about me. But my biological family, this is all they was given. That's the middle finger, y'all. And that's how it still feels this day. That's why I never wanted to come home. It's why I openly cried like a fucking baby in front of Commander Major Borge. It's like, you gotta get me back in here, man. I don't want to go home. I don't care what it takes. I don't want to go home. And he's like, bullets and beans cost money. You gotta go, son. I'm sorry. I never cried so much until my daddy died. I never cried so much in my life until my daddy died. My biological daddy. And I said, man, damn. And all of this because I fell in a goddamn hole and fucked up my leg. Got a hip replacement. Need another one. Service connected. So yeah. If you are dumb enough to go anywhere, and this doesn't matter if you are a man or a woman or whatever lifestyle you identify with. Doesn't matter. If you go anywhere with people who have bullied you, harassed you, threatened you, always talking shit about how they're gonna beat your ass, if you go anywhere with them, they have revealed what they planning on doing to you. And it doesn't matter if they joking or not, because as my nephew over the birthday and over the weekend, oh, I'm just joking. As in, here's the difference between you and me. I've been bullied all my motherfucking life, from kindergarten to college. I'm just waiting on my opportunity for one of my bullies to blink. I'm waiting on my opportunity for one of my bullies to not have any witnesses around. And then we're going to see how much of a big bitch a bully actually is. And yeah, this extends to my nephew too. I'm just waiting for nobody to be around so I can give you a sock party. I know you're all thinking, because you're probably not veterans, what the fuck is a sock party? And for that, I refer you to the movie Full Metal Jacket. Basically, you put a bar of soap in a sock, and then you beat the fuck out of somebody. Sock party at 7? No. Why are we giving sock parties? Motherfucker deserved it. That would be fucked up. I've only fucked up twice in the Army. The first time and the most important time was when I fell and got fucked up. The second time was when I got the Delta, and didn't know they didn't know cadences. But I had been there for months, so I knew cadences. That was the only time I ever fucked up in Delta. Didn't fuck up no other time after that. The only thing that fucked me up that got me to Delta was I refused training because of some shit that happened in golf. And what happened in golf, I had 2 drill sergeants. One of them was Drill Sergeant Walsh, and I don't know the other guy. But both of the motherfuckers got on my hit list real fucking quick, which is why I said, nah, I can't be here no more. I said, you either kick me out of the Army or you put me in the stockade, because those 2 motherfuckers, they're gonna die. He's like, what? I said, let me tell you something. This is the way the real world works. I learned this way when I got into the Army, because what I thought was not. Alright? I know what I'm capable of. I knew what I was capable of before I joined the Army. They just didn't have my weight class in the UFC. I very well can probably beat the fuck out of half the people on this planet without even fucking trying. The difference maker is I know it and nobody else knows it because no one ever gave me the chance to shine. And I'm still not getting the chance to shine right now, but I'm being honest about the shit. So when I got into golf, because Bravo was sending me right next door to golf, same MOS, same infantry shit. One of the drill sergeants, Drill Sergeant Walsh, kept fucking with me because I was the new kid. So get over here. I did what he was told. The other drill sergeant, a little short motherfucker, he came out the side door that I didn't know existed. Made me get at the block at the main door. When I came back out, Drill Sergeant Walsh, didn't I tell you to get in the line? I said, yes, Drill Sergeant. I got back in the line. He's like, okay, I'm going back in. He go in, the other guy come out. The other guy said, didn't I tell you to get in this square? And I said, yes, Drill Sergeant. He said, why do you keep getting out? I said, well, one, the tall Asian drill sergeant told me to get in line. When I get in the line, you come out and you tell me to get in the box. One of y'all got to give me an order that I can actually follow and specifically stick to. He's like, get in the line. So I got in the line. Drill Sergeant Walsh come right back out. Didn't I tell you to get in that fucking box? I'm back in the box. They did this shit for a fucking hour. It was really probably maybe 15, 20 minutes. Hour was an exaggeration. But it felt like an hour. And it felt like they kept on picking and picking and picking. I'm 37 fucking years old. These guys are roughly 20, 25 years old. And I'm like, you know what? Y'all motherfuckers don't fucking know me, yo. Y'all don't fucking know me. I ain't like these young bitch niggas here and these young other motherfuckers that ain't never been in a fight a day in their life. You might be good with a handgun. You might be good with your rifle. There's no brass. There's no ammo. And all the M4s are locked the fuck up. If I catch you, I'm going to hurt you. Because the hand-to-hand combatives that they was teaching us in the army was not shit. I learned BJJ in Delta. Know what I learned about BJJ? I learned that I suck at it. But golf and Bravo was teaching Taekwondo. I've beaten many a motherfuckers with belts in Taekwondo. Many of them. Motherfuckers, black belts. No. Yeah, we the shit. We know Taekwondo. Taekwondo is just long distance strikes. I'm a small man. You have to come in to hit me. I don't have to come in to hit you. You're taller. You have to punch down to hit me. Gravity is on my side, believe it or not. I just gotta not be there when you throw that punch. Which I'm not going to be when you throw that punch. So if you don't sucker punch me, it's out. And the only thing I thought of while they were doing that shit was fucking beating them to death with the skills that I have acquired over my fucking 50 years of being alive. I have acquired mad fighting skills because I've been in more fights than I can count since I was fucking 6 years old. So if I tell you I can beat your ass, do you want to take the chance to find out that I can't? Or do you want to be peaceful and take the chance that you're going to live to see your next birthday versus fucking with a dude that's been fighting since before you were born? Because no, I'm not the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude. I'm that fucking dude that's going to beat the fucking snot out of you. If I say I'm going to fuck your shit up, I'm going to fuck your shit up. And not because I want to, but because I straight fucking can. And that's the problem with a lot of people in this world today. Yeah, you can look at me, you'll see I'm a small guy, and you'll say, oh, you're cocky. And I say, uh-huh. I say, no, I'm not cocky. I just know what the fuck I can do. I know what my skill set is. I know what these bitches can do. And more importantly, I know what these bitches can do. And even better than that, I don't have to know how to hit you. I know where to hit you. But luckily for you, I know both. I know how to hit you and where to hit you. And I had to go talk to a preacher in the army. and explain to him. I say, let me explain this to you. I say, I don't take bullying very well. And seeing these two drill sergeants, they bullied me because they have the power to do so. The only thing that they are not allowed to do is put their fucking hands on me. In return, I'm not allowed to put my hands on them. I have a problem keeping my hands to myself. It is the hardest part of being Echo Fang Grey Wolf, is keeping my fucking hands to myself. See, I've been bullied a lot, and I've gone to a couple of rumbles. I like fighting. I'm really fucking good at it. Well, I was. I can still take a hit. So, I know I can still fight somewhat decently at 50. I also know that I'm not going to be playing when the fight starts. This ain't gonna be no WWE shit. This ain't gonna be no stage movie combat. This is going to be, I'm going to put my fist through your fucking throat and rip out your goddamn spine. Because I can do that. I just gotta hit you enough times to bruise up the skin, to pierce that fucking shit. Skin is very difficult. And I don't have fingernails. Or, I just gotta get behind you to get those 3 bones in the back of your spine between your neck and your shoulder blades to end your shit. I'm not gonna kill you, I'm just gonna cripple you, and then you're gonna wish that I killed you. I'm going to break your elbows, your collarbones, and your ribs. I'm going to do enough damage to you that you're gonna wish you were dead. And you're gonna pray that I kill you, but I'm not. I'm just gonna leave you a heap of mess laid the fuck there in your own blood and tell you the next time you fuck with me will be the last. You got this mercy. Now walk away. Don't come back. Don't look for another round. Because if you do, it will be the last thing you do before you meet Jesus. If you survive what I've done to you the first goddamn time. Which I hope that you do. I hope that you learned your lesson. And like I said, the hardest part of being me, I say this all the fucking time. The hardest part of being me is keeping my motherfucking hands to myself. That's the hardest part of being me. I'm a small man. I have been bullied by people bigger than me for the bulk of my life. Rather it be because I'm mixed, rather it be because I'm not getting pussy like talking about it, rather it be because I'm fucking ugly as fuck. But I've been bullied for those things and more. The thing that has kept people safe is that I like my fucking freedom. I don't want to go to jail for assault, but going to jail for assault beats going to jail for murder. But I'm one of them people that I might not be able to stop once we start. We start rumbling. I might not be able to stop myself from unaliving your shit because, you had the opportunity to walk away. I gave you many a chances and you just decided, nah, you can't do shit to me because I'm bigger than you. Okay? I'll have you know that everybody I've ever beaten has been bigger than me. And I've beaten these motherfuckers with little to no fucking effort. So, yeah, you're bigger. You're stronger. I'm tougher. And I know what the fuck I'm doing. So, in closing, if you go anywhere with someone who has bullied you, who has harassed you, who has threatened you, whether they are friends or family, there's a good chance that you signed your death warrant and you are not coming home that day. So you may not like this video, but everything I just said is 1,000% true. And this goes for women too. And women are women's worst enemy. I'm sorry. Women are women's worst enemy. If you are a girl and other girls have harassed you, bullied you, corners you in any corner of the bathroom, and threatened to hurt you in any way, shape, or form, those motherfuckers are not your friends. And those motherfuckers will, and I complete will, they will probably honor their word and do exactly that. They will probably hurt you. So if you go anywhere with them, and if you're a woman and you go somewhere with a man that's harassed you or said some shit that he might attempt to do, don't take that shit lightly. Don't take that shit lightly. And if you're going somewhere, make sure you got a double date. Make sure your phone's always on you. Make sure that bitch is always charged. And if it's not, carry one of these motherfucking batteries. They come in many sizes. This is small. This is a different brand, but it's smaller. It's compact, can fit in your purse. And these extra cords anywhere. I wish they had smaller cords so I didn't have to wrap this bitch. But, you're going to need those things. Because as a woman, you are in more danger from other women and men versus me being a man and I'm only in danger from men. Right? I'm not going to say women can't kick my ass, but most women have not fucked with me in the capacity of, well, we're going to beat your ass. You know, I haven't had any of that happen yet. Although it would be great for a fight scene for a movie, any volunteers, we can do that. But the point being made is, if you, a man or a woman, or whatever gender you identify with, go with someone who has beaten you, harassed you, bullied you, threatened you on any level, you have signed your death warrant. You just don't know it yet. So don't go with them anywhere. I don't give a fuck if it's a fucking emergency. It's like, yo, this is an emergency and I need you. No, you don't. You didn't like me when we were kids. You bullied me when we were teenagers. I'm not going with you anywhere. But it's your family member that's hurt. Well, then you call the cops and you let them handle it. But I'm not going with you anywhere. I don't care if my bullies have married into my family. I'm not going with you anywhere. Because there's a high chance you won't be taking me where you say we going. And then you might try to end my life because you have the motive and the opportunity. And when you do things like that and you give people the opportunity to incite their modus operandi, they will probably do it. If they think that they can get away with killing you, most people will probably do it. Keep that shit in mind. I am Echo Fan Grey Wolf. And why I said that, by the way, I do have a degree in police science. Your modus operandi is why a motherfucker killed you. You know, why you killed someone else. Just in case y'all didn't understand what modus operandi means. Now you know. And no one is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Anyway, I'm out. Thank you for watching.